Peace. Infinite Waters diving deep once again. We are out here. It's a beautiful day. Got the water flowing over there. How to guide yourself from negative into positive thoughts, changing your perspective. Uh-oh. Can I get a hello there? Can we just breathe in that good ass prana first though? That's the question that came in from a woman on the Instagram. If you got a question, go to the website ralphsmart.com or Instagram us at Infinite Waters. What if I told you that by you calling thoughts negative, that's why they are negative? Well, obviously, right? As a psychologist and counselor, a lot of people say, Ralph, you've been doing this for a long time. What do you think about all of this positive thinking stuff? Do you recommend it? Should I just think positive thoughts and will my life be saved? Well, could work. This ain't Sunset Beach. Can I get a hello there? Right? Look at it like this. When you just want to think positive thoughts, do you know what that does to your mind and body? You create a whole lot of resistance to so-called negative thoughts. You don't want to think any negative thoughts. But what if I told you thoughts are thoughts? There are no negative thoughts and there are no positive thoughts. What if I told you that? So there's nothing to turn into, right? There's no changing of states from negative into positive. Work with me. You see, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I have a thought and I say, whoa, why did I just think that? That's terrible. That was along my early journey. Now I wake up and I think a thought which is sometimes shocking to me and I say, cool, can I get a hello there? It feels fantastic. Shakespeare said, nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. The ancient Egyptians said, know thyself. Ancient Greeks said, know thyself, right? So what are we talking about here? You see, a thought is a memory from the past that can influence the present. So you asked, how do we guide negative thoughts into positive thoughts? Changing our perspective. Well, you said it right there. But we'll come to that a bit later. You see, when we have so-called negative thoughts, let's just call them thoughts which aren't serving us and helping us become our greatest version, right? Positive thoughts, really in essence, are thoughts that have our creative potential at heart, right? They are thoughts that are helping us grow, helping us evolve, helping us become who we know we came here to become. And once we deviate away from that, we call these thoughts negative. But what if I told you the moment you stop judging your thoughts, you will now have a hell of a lot of so-called positive thoughts, right? You will find your inner peace. If, for example, you wake up saying, I shouldn't have thought that, but you already did, do you know what that does? If I could turn back the hands of time. No, you can't, right? You now turn into what we call the inner critic, which is the worst kind of critic, right? Because now you are going against yourself. Now you are your own greatest enemy. You have to become your friend. You see, thoughts are your children. A thought is a memory from the past, right? Maybe you did something and, okay, you did it. But don't beat yourself up over it, right? The happiest people in the world are the most grateful for a reason, because they take lessons out of every circumstance. Can I get a hello there? That is how to guide yourself from a negative mindset into a positive mindset, a more serving mindset that can help you become your greatest version. Take lessons from every circumstance, but more so count your many blessings. Some people say, gosh, Ralph, why do you share so much? Because I have a lot to share. I got a lot of juice, baby. But more so, this has transformed my life in all kinds of ways. But more so because I'm connecting with millions of people. I don't take it for granted. So the more grateful I am, the more it serves me and it serves others. So ask yourself today, did you say thank you today? Right? Just ask yourself that. Because a lot of us, we're always moaning and groaning. That's how we fall into the negative mindset in the first place. And that's okay. You gotta feel whatever you're going through. When I said your thoughts are your children, what am I talking about? That if you have a thought which is not serving you, the last thing you want to do is say naughty. You shouldn't think that. You've got detention. Go inside, curfew, right? You've been a very bad child. No, you've got to treat your thoughts with love, even the thoughts which aren't serving you. Can I get a hello there? That is how to become your greatest version, right? Many times I get distracted every single day by thoughts which aren't serving me, but I let it go, right? Because I surrender. When you are in resistance to certain thoughts, which many people are right now, they say, I only want to think good things. And I always say, what is good? What is bad but a perspective? So it all starts in, like you said, changing your perspective. I'll give you a little story. I'm skating yesterday, right? And I was trying to do a trick from one angle. It wasn't happening for me, right? It was like, no, you're not doing it. No, you're not doing it. No, you're not doing it. Okay, should I give up? No, I'm not a quitter. So what happened? I moved and came from a different angle. And guess what? I made it. Are you happy for me? No? Don't worry about it. Can I get a hello there? I am, right? So once you change, yes, you are. Thank you very much. Right? Once you change your angle, right? Change your perspective. If something has happened to you, if you wake up with a very disturbing thought about yourself, you look in the mirror and say, I don't like you. You look at your friends and say, I don't like you. You look at the cat down the road and say, well, whoa, you just said I love you, right? 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 Let's just say that, for example. You're not happy with yourself. You've got to start seeing yourself from 5 different angles, right? From 5 different angles. Okay, let me give you an example of the 5 different angles. Let's just say you're walking down the road and someone shouts at you. Ah! Oh my goodness gracious, right? That's the first angle. The first angle is, I better get out of the way. This crazy person. That's angle number 1, right? The second angle could be, I feel threatened, endangered. I think this is an attack on me. So I'm going to get angry. I'm going to react in a violent way just as they have. That's the second angle, the second perspective, guiding negative thoughts into positive ones. What's the third angle? You could approach it with compassion and say, actually, this person, this somebody is going through something right now. Ain't got shit to do with me. Can I get a hello there? What's the fourth angle? You could say, maybe they are going through a divorce. Who knows? Who knows, right? Why are they shouting at me? Number 5, the fifth angle, right, is you could say, maybe they don't know how to express themselves. So once again, you've got a range of 5 different angles to take where you are going to feel empowered. You are going to feel strengthened. You are going to feel inspired because you're not just coming from one angle. Oh, it has everything to do with me. It's all my fault. You see, that's how many people fall into the negative mindset, into thoughts which aren't serving them. Because once again, they ascribe intent. So ascribing intent is where you think everything is in response to you. So once again, we become very egocentric, right? That's why a lot of us have thoughts which aren't serving us, because really and truly, nothing is personal, not in the way we think it is. Yes, it may appear to be very personal, because sometimes we think, well, it's just because I came on the scene, they're doing this. But at the same time, they're going through something right now. You are just there, right? Because everything we act upon is coming from an internal feeling. Let me repeat that. Everything we act upon is coming from an internal feeling. It hasn't got anything to do with anybody outside. They are just the mirror, the reflection. So, when we talk of having more thoughts which are serving you, you've got to talk about the ego. All right, I'm going to do more videos on the ego. But look at the ego like a massive balloon, right? And it's growing and growing and growing. So we feel very powerful. But then somebody could come with a little pin and go like, boop, and now the balloon has just burst, right? Not fun, because your ego has just deflated. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Right? First world problems, right? Okay, so we spend our entire life growing this massive balloon until it's getting larger and larger and larger. We call this the ego, right? And there is nothing good or bad about the ego. I always tell people this. It can serve you, it can help you out, but you see, the way we use it in today's society, it doesn't serve us too well because we put all our eggs in one basket. So, when we think we are who society tells us we are, the ego grows and grows and grows. Now we are trying to defend a belief system because it's all BS belief systems. So when you realize that you are very fragile when your ego is growing, because someone could just say, I don't like what you're wearing. That's the pin that bursts your ego. So you got to ask yourself today, ask yourself this, right? Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. Where am I living predominantly? Am I living upstairs or downstairs in the heart? That is how to guide yourself from negative thoughts into positive thoughts. To live more from the heart space. Because so long as you only identify with the identity society has given you, you will remain in the labyrinth of your mind. Let's talk about the subconscious mind. You see, the subconscious mind really is running the show. That is governing how you even perceive your own thoughts. And guess what? It is way stronger than the conscious mind. So I made a viral video a while ago called How to Reprogram Your Subconscious Mind. Check it out. And as a psychologist, I know this. That's why sometimes when I think of a bowl of Cheerios first thing in the morning, I say, woohoo! Why did I think of that? I had a subconscious desire of eating Cheerios. Can I get a hello? I had a subconscious desire of eating Cheerios. How about that? You see, it's just like the woman who looks in the mirror every single day and says, I am not beautiful, even though she's a supermodel, even though people tell her how beautiful she is. Cat down the road told you how beautiful you were, right? But you didn't listen, because it doesn't matter what even I tell you. It only matters what your subconscious mind tells you. So in guiding yourself into a more serving attitude to create abundance, happiness, joy, fun in your life, you've got to embrace yourself. You've got to be able to love yourself when nobody else will. You got to become your support. Because once you become your support, I can now become a supporter of you. Let me repeat that. You've got to become your own support, because now I can become a supporter of you. But if you aren't supporting yourself, how can I support you? So, what happens to people who say, I'm not good enough, I'm terrible, I'm nobody in society? Word is bond. Words are the commands that govern your subconscious mind. So every day I say, I'm brilliant, people love me, I am worthy of love and attention, and I get a whole lot of love. Can I get a hello there? I got millions of people rooting for me every single day, right? That's a self-truth, right? That's a thought which is serving me. It's not about if your thoughts are true or not, right? It's about asking yourself, how are they serving you? Some people say, yeah, I'm the best tennis player in the world, right? Ever met a friend like that? You go and play tennis with them, and they can't even hit the ball, but in their mind, they're the best. And you're like, yeah, you're the best, right? Because the only thing that matters is how you perceive yourself. You got two choices in how you think. I'm going to think about something that's going to help me, or I'm going to think about something that's going to hurt me. I'm going to focus on people that don't serve me, or I'm going to focus on people that love me. I'm going to focus on how I'm not good enough, or I'm going to focus on how I am good enough. It's all a choice that you have to make. It's all a choice that you have to recognize. It's all a choice that you have to know lies within your hands. Can I get a hello there? Every day we have a chance to change how we feel by first changing the attitude we have towards ourselves. right? A lot of people say, gosh, Ralph, don't you ever get tired of sharing stuff? Absolutely not. I'm just getting started. Can I get a hello there? Right? Once you begin to see yourself with what we call unconditional positive regard, great things happen. Once you stop blaming yourself for past events, which really you can't control right now, what do you have power over? How you feel in the present moment. Not how I feel about you, no, how you feel about yourself in the here and now. So, remind yourself to create more intimacy with yourself in the present moment. Create memories, which are thoughts, by moving yourself into environments that push you forward, just like a rocket. They propel you to the greatest version of yourself. So when you think back on certain memories, thoughts, you will just smile. You'll be like, oh, right? That is how to guide yourself from negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Give yourself more credit by surrounding yourself with people who uplift your spirit, right? I do that all the time. Hasn't been peaches and cream for me along the way, right? But as an alchemist, as a psychologist, as a wizard, I know how to transmute energy from negative into positive. You do that by realizing the gifts you have, right? And not taking them for granted. Every day, you got to count your blessings. Every day, you got to be thankful for the miracle of life. As a psychologist, I'm talking to people going through all kinds of things, from depression to anxiety to eating disorders. So I am fully aware, after doing this for over a decade, what people are going through. And that's why you've got to be grateful for where you are. Because you think you have it bad, you should grab a ticket. Can I get a hello there? So begin to accept yourself 100%. Begin to love yourself 100%. Begin to realize what you have is very necessary. Don't tell me it is nothing. Don't tell me that, right? That's what I told myself. Because when I started to receive thousands of messages every single day, I said, okay, I can't just bounce, right? Because I was going to bounce back in like 2013. I was just going to do my counseling and being a psychologist and just say, okay. But once again, the love was there. Not only from other people, but the love for myself to realize we are changing the world right now. We are doing great things right now, and it is so necessary. Once you are in alignment to your true purpose, abundance flows in the form of positive thoughts, in the form of self-appreciation, in the form of connecting with people who remind you who you are. So once again, realize no thoughts are negative or positive. You've got to allow the thoughts to flow through you and learn from the lessons. Once you stop judging your thoughts will stop judging you. Oh yeah, can I get a hello there? We are out here. Woo! Breathing in that beautiful prana, baby. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.